present.
Okay, do you wish to confer with the ADAs?
I've already conferred with the ADA Lynn Han Martinez. I would need to confer with Miss Luna to get a trial date.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and move Attorney Stetson in with the court coordinator. Thank you, Attorney Stetson. We're going to get on record. State if you pull up cause number 682-649, 682-649.
Have it, Judge.
Defense, you ready to proceed?
Defense is ready to proceed, Judge.
Let us get on record. On cause number 682-649, the court calls the matter of State of Texas versus Samuel Alvarado Jr. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state. Mario Trevino for the defendant.
Are you Samuel Alvarado Jr.?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Okay. Is there a lag between my speaking and your response, sir, or was it just this one time?
It was just this one time, Your Honor. I do apologize.
You're good. You're good. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Are you the same Samuel Alvarado Jr. who has been accused of driving while intoxicated, alleged to have occurred on the 8th day of April 2022 and classified as a Class B misdemeanor?
Yes, Your Honor, that's me.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury? So help you God.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. You may go ahead and lower your hand. I am going to start sharing the court screen as all the parties are appearing via Zoom. Mr. Alvarado, can you see the court screen?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
Counsel?
Yes, Judge.
State.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
State, on display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign this document thus consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
The state's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense, on display is a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Alvarado Jr., is this your signature where I am circling the cursor?
Yes, that is mine.
Did you sign this document thus consenting to plea by video conferencing?
I did, Your Honor.
And counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, I do, Judge.
The defendant's video conferencing consent is made for part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Alvarado Jr.?
More than 10 days, Judge.
Are we applying for probation, and if so, what type?
It's a deferred adjudication.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Alvarado Jr., I draw your attention to the document on display. It is entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication Community Supervision. It's a 2-page document. This is the first page, sir, and this is the second page. I further draw your attention to the area where I am circling. That's about the middle of the page, whereby it states that you appeared before me personally today, albeit via Zoom. You are the defendant in this case. You have been sworn in by me, and under oath, you are stating that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision, along with the personnel data sheet, which is going to be attached as an exhibit to your application, is true and correct. Is that right, sir?
That is correct, Your Honor.
So both the application and your personal data sheet are true and correct?
Yes.
Do you need to speak to your attorney to understand the consequences of your response to this statement, that the defendant understands and acknowledges that any untrue statement in their application or the exhibit, that's your personal data sheet, may be grounds for revocation or community supervision in this case? A denial or revocation of community supervision in this case. Sorry about that. Do you understand? Do you need to speak with your attorney?
No, I do not.
And your response, do you understand and so acknowledge?
Yes.
I will sign the document, making it part of the record. State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirements in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
Yes, Judge.
State, is this matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been complied with?
Yes, Your Honor, and the state is compliant.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement and I'm making it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves to waive and abandon count 1 and proceed solely on count 2. Thank you, Your Honor.
What's AE defense?
No objection, Judge.
Without objection, state's motion to waive and abandon count 1, proceeding solely on count number 2, Class B misdemeanor, is granted. State. Do you have any other motions for the court's consideration?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves the court to admit State's Exhibit 1 solely for the purpose of this hearing.
What's AE defense?
No objection, Judge.
Without objection, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted. State, is this State's Exhibit 1?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Avalala Jr., this is State's Exhibit number 1. As you can see, it's a package of documents. The first document is stipulation of facts and judicial confession. It's a one-page document. The next is motor vehicles and household, whereby it states, you swear that the following motor vehicles are possessed or owned by you or a member of your family or household where you live. And the court takes judicial notice that you have entered only one vehicle.
Judge, we supplemented that with a revised motor vehicle in household form because there are actually two vehicles. One belongs to his girlfriend.
Okay.
A copy was sent to the prosecutor and to your court coordinator.
Okay. Thank you, counsel. I'm sure that I will get that very shortly. You emailed it, right?
Yes, Judge, I did. And it is
All
a
right.
2021 Toyota RAV4.
Thank you, counsel. I appreciate you bringing it to my attention at the appropriate interval. And Mr. Alvarado, the next document is the plea bargain, whereby it indicates that you intend to plead guilty. The next document is waiver of appeal and post-conviction remedies. Again, there's an indication here that you understand that you're going to plead guilty. You and your client, your attorney has signed it along with the state. Also, sir, here, next document is the oath, whereby states again, you personally appeared before me. You are the defendant in this case, and you have been sworn in. And under oath, you're telling me that the facts stated in the above stipulation and plea agreement are true and correct, specifically including these documents which I read the labels to you. And you signed. I am signing it, making it part of the record. Sir, lastly, with this package is my order with approving your intent to plead guilty in this case. I am signing it, and it has been made part of the record. The rest of the package is all police reports, something that you all have. Say, do you have any other motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Judge. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mr. Alvarado Jr., there is a document on display before you entitled The Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Course Admonitions. It is a 2-page document. This is the first page. The second page is here. And is this your signature where I am circling the cursor, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, that is mine.
Did you review this document with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
After you reviewed it, did you freely and voluntarily sign this 2-page document?
I did.
So with your signature and your testimony, you're telling me that you understand everything in this 2-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Yes. And that's a yes?
Yes,
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
yes, Your Honor, I am.
He has done a fantastic job for you to bring this matter to closure for you today and for disposition. And also, more importantly, reducing this from a DWI to an obstruction, further reducing it to just a regular Class B misdemeanor, sir. Did he explain to you the range of punishments in this?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understood it?
Yes,
And then did he explain to you your constitutional rights?
yes,
You understood that?
yes, Your Honor, I did.
So with your understanding, sir, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
Yes, I do.
Are you a US citizen, sir?
I am, yes.
I will approve your jury waiver. I'm going to sign it. You will no longer be able to have a jury trial in this case, as I am making a record of that. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea today?
Yes, Judge, I do.
With the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against him?
Yes, Judge.
Do you and this defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, we do, Judge.
Say, what is your punishment recommendation to the court?
The state recommends a $500 fine with court costs, 6 months of deferred adjudication.
Did you say 6 months?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
48 hours of community service. DWI education. Victim impact panel, ATP evaluation, and the mission interlock for half the term.
Counsel, is that your understanding? You got all that. Counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation in this case?
Yes, it is, Judge. I would just note for the court that my client does not have a driver's license and is not driving, but yes, that is my understanding of the plea agreement.
Mr. Alvarado, is that your understanding of what your attorney worked out with the state on your behalf in order to be able to dispose of this matter today?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that understanding, sir, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty and for no other reason than the fact that you are guilty, sir?
Yes, that is correct.
I will accept your plea of guilty, finding that it is freely and intelligently made and that you are competent to enter into such a plea. Counsel, what, if anything else, on behalf of your client and why I should consider this plea?
Judge, my client scored a .10. He made a very bad mistake, and he understands the consequences and he's facing up to them. He is gainfully employed and lives on his own with his girlfriend. He works full time, and he's really a good man without any significant criminal history. And we're hoping the court to give him this one chance to keep this record somewhat clean.
Counsel, that is very helpful. Thank you so much. Mr. Alvarado, you say you live with your girlfriend?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Does she have a vehicle?
She does. Yes.
What's her name?
Her name is Melanie Caranta.
You say you do not have a vehicle.
I do, Your Honor.
He just doesn't have a driver's license, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do apologize. Could you just, do you have the ignition interlock on your vehicle right now?
Not at this time, Your Honor. I do not.
So describe for me by year, make, model, and color of the vehicle that we'll be putting the ignition interlock on.
It'll be a 2006 Mazda B4000. And the
Okay.
color is going to be silver.
State, what was the BAC in this case?
According to my records, I think it was a .108. Just
Sir, you list a dependent on your personal data sheet. Who is that?
I don't have any
Yeah.
dependents, Your Honor.
It's just himself.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
There is none, Judge.
Oh, what happened? Let me,
No, there is none, Judge. There is no legal reason.
okay, sorry. I just realized I pressed a button there. Okay. Mr. Alvarado Jr., although there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, I'm going to withhold my finding of guilt and I'm going to place you on 6 months of deferred adjudication community supervision. You will be for obstruction of highway, sorry. You will be monitored and supervised by the Community Supervision and Corrections Department, otherwise known as probation, with these following conditions: $500 fine plus court costs, 48 hours of community service restitution, DWI education, victim impact panel, a TAP evaluation, and the uimpact.com. You will install the ignition interlock in your vehicle within 10 calendar days and maintain it for half the term of probation. I will require 3 affidavits from you within 10 calendar days. One, that you will not drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock. Next, that you will not be driving without a valid Texas driver's license. And again, from you, that's all I need from you. And then from Melanie Carranza, your girlfriend that lives with you that has a vehicle, that she will not allow you to drive her vehicle under any circumstances. Otherwise, I will order an ignition interlock to be placed on her vehicle. And she'll need to identify her vehicle by year, make, model, color, license plate number, and the last 6 digits of the vehicle identification number. I'm going to order that your CSO, that's your community supervision officer, provide a status report within 2 months to let me know how you're doing on probation and conduct a field visit. I will set your supervision fee at $40. State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, anything further on this matter?
Judge, the affidavits I provide to the probation officer?
Sure, you can e-file them because, yes, and
Okay.
either way, but you can e-file them as well.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you,
That's
sir.
all, nothing else.
Mr. Alvarado Jr., with regard to the trial court certificate of defendant's right of appeal, the document on the screen, this has been a plea bargain case. I am going to certify that you have no right of appeal. I am signing it and making it part of the record. You'll be able to come and get a copy of this trial court certificate of your right to appeal when you come down to provide us your fingerprints. When will you be able to do that? Today's Thursday, you have Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Well,
You can do tomorrow as well. I'm sorry, Friday, Monday, or Tuesday, and Wednesday.
okay, so I could come down today before 4 o'clock.
Oh, okay. Today's Thursday. You have Friday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
Okay, I believe I can do that on Monday.
Okay. Mr. Alvarado Jr., you'll be coming down to County Court at Law Number 2, located at 300 De La Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We're on the first floor of the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. You will be coming in the afternoon on Monday, the 31st of October, 2022, between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m. If you do not come down on Monday, the 31st of October, sir, a warrant will be issued for your arrest. Do you understand?
I do understand.
Now, your attorney has done wonderful work for you here. The way to thank him and appreciate his efforts is for you to be successful on probation. It's a short period, but still, at the same time, it's a long period to be under any scrutiny. So if there's anything that may impede your successful completion of your probation, please make sure to communicate that to your probation officer. And so that it can be brought to the attention of the court and see what we can do. Your probation officer is most likely going to go ahead and set up windows since you will not be driving that vehicle. And it'd be at least 3 windows. And those are periods by which you will go ahead and blow into the monitor, the ignition interlock. State, do you have any objections to this defendant being referred to the Bexar County Gives Back program?
No, Your Honor, no.
Counsel, are you familiar with the Bexar County Gives Back program?
No, Judge.
I'm going to place you and your client in with the CLO so she can explain that program and see if he is eligible. The Bexar County Gives Back program is one of the alternative methods I have used in order for folks, and I offer to folks to be able to go ahead and complete the community service restitution requirement. He can participate in it or choose not to. That's not a problem. He's still responsible for completion of the 48 hours of community service restitution. I wish you the very best, Mr. Alvarado. We're off record on this matter. I'm going to place you in the breakout room with the CLO now at this time. After you're finished with the CLO, she will excuse you, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you on Monday, sir. Attorney Behrens? Mr. Alvarado, go ahead and accept the invitation you've received.
I'm here. I need to talk to my client a little more and then, I guess,
Your client?
yes.
Okay, thank you. Deputy? And that is Morales? Yeah, Ms. Morales. Could you please her place in the back so that we can go ahead and connect her with her attorney? Counsel?
Yes,
Yes, go ahead and accept the invitation once you get it. Attorney Goins?
got it.
Yes, sir.
As you know, the first blood results came back for October meeting, and we finally got the-
Oh, sorry.
they finally got the blood results back for the drug testing 30 days ago. They came back positive for 2 substances. They've now finally filed the case in this matter. Based on the 1622, Your Honor, and the police reports, we would request that Mr. Johnson be referred to the mental health treatment court. Okay,
fantastic. Have you conferred with the court coordinator, sir?
I have not as of yet, Your Honor. I
Okay.
conferred with Mr. Franklin. He is amenable to the referral.
Oh, he'll just love it. He'll love the program. Thank you, counsel. Great work. Could you, the court coordinator's back there?
I will go back and see her, Your Honor.
Okay, and she may have already sent it to you. She's real fast.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay.
Go ahead and take the file back to her.
Thank you, sir.
Judge, you have a picture on your bench. I can invite Mr. Boyne, sorry.
I told you she was fast.
Okay,
It's right down right here. Thank you, Miss Luna.
thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right. This is for you. Complete, signed, okay, and you can take that back there,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right?
There's your file back, Your Honor.
Thank you,
I
sir.
want to get caught leaving with that. Listen.
Good, how you doing?
Done this by Zoom yesterday, but
Ah,
other than that, we're doing all right.
not a problem. Do you know if they sent,
Do you, is the file up here? Do I need to go back in?
oh, it's up here, sir. Oh, I'm still sharing screen. Let me stop doing that. Mhm. Attorney Stetson.
Hello, Judge. I'm here for Monica Guerrero. She has one client, Marla Garrison.
Yes, sir. Do you need to speak with your client?
No, I do not. We need to announce to set this for a jury trial. I've already conferred with the state and I've checked with Miss Luna for trial dates.
Alrighty, very good. Just hang on 2 seconds for me. Working on this. Okay. Is somebody back there? Somebody's back there. Counsel, do you want to go ahead and jump in? In the jury room, ADA is on the cause number 680820. We recalled that for a plea today. Do you have the discovery, and please include the defendant's video conferencing? Counsel?
Ms. Hahn is the ADA that I was.
Okay. Counsel, I've got.
Senators understand the defendant's video conferencing documents in the courtroom. I think we already sent the discovery index information.
Say again, ADA?
As I understand, the teleconference document is in the courtroom, and the discovery index is with the court too, I think.
Oh, she's on her way? Okay,
Oh,
great.
No, Your Honor, I think the documentation should be with the court already. I think.
Okay. 680820. I don't see it, but let me look again, okay? Counsel, thank you. Attorney Goins?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes,
And then Mr. Franklin be excused.
we need a date. We need a date, to do a
Okay.
status. and
I'll
make
go
sure.
get a status date for you right now, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
I'll be right back.
State, if you could go ahead and pull up cause number 669-741, 669-741.
Yes, I have it, Judge.
Court is going to call, excuse me, before that. Attorney Zamora, I'm going to put you in with ADA Lynn Han to go, oops, sorry, don't accept that invitation.
Okay,
To go ahead, now you can accept that one, to figure out the paperwork.
the recommendation now is a judgment satisfied. It was a conditional dismissal. He didn't do any of the items requested of him. So now the recommendation is a judgment satisfied. And I've spoke with her yesterday.
Oh, okay, no problem. I still need discovery and all that kind of good stuff,
Okay,
so, right?
okay.
And video consent, unless they're gonna come down here, state and defense video conferencing consent. So I'll let you guys get all that paperwork figured out, okay, sir? Let us get on record on cause number 669-741. The court calls the matter of Marla Lynette Garrison. Sir. Attorneys and attorneys only, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Defense Attorney Joseph Stateson covering for Monica Guerrero.
We're here for a pretrial conference hearing. State, please proceed.
One moment, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor, this case involves the San Antonio Police Department.
San Antonio
understand.
Police Department, just a
Yes,
little
sir.
more volume, please. Yes.
Oh, yes, Your Honor, and as I understand, the state has conveyed a plea to defense counsel.
Defense, do you acknowledge receipt of an offer that was conveyed to you in writing by the state?
Yes, Your Honor, we've reviewed it with the client. Client is not accepting the offer and is requesting a jury trial.
And when are we going to dispose of this case?
I verified with Ms. Luna, the following dates are available. February 23rd for call docket, February 27th for the jury trial. I have already provided Ms. Luna with Marla Garrison's email address for the reset form.
Will the defendant need an interpreter?
No, Your Honor.
Regarding witnesses, will the defense rely on the state's file and police reports, file a motion, or have the witnesses read on record at this time?
Defense will rely on the state's witness list. If that changes, we will timely file motions.
And state, were there any objections to the dates?
No,
That's
Your
the
Honor.
trial, I'm sorry, the trial date is 27 February 2022.
Oh, no objections, Your Honor.
Will the state reserve its right to supplement?
No, Your Honor.
All motions and or pretrial requests will be in writing. State, have you filed any motions in this case? The court
No, Your
coordinator, I have it, that discovery, Attorney Zamora?
I'm just gonna have him sign the video.
Oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Did the court coordinator? Defense? Sorry, have you filed any motions in this case?
No, Your Honor.
As state, do you have any discovery issues or concerns?
No, Your Honor.
State, excuse me, defense?
What was the question, Your Honor?
Do you have any discovery issues or concerns?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
Have you received your e-discovery?
We have.
And have you received the information?
We have.
Do you, with that, do you waive the arraignment on behalf of this defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court notes that the defendant is present in the courtroom. Court admonishes the parties to exercise due diligence to ensure that discovery does not impede the execution of trial on the set date of 27 February 2022. Barring any motions that the defense may set for a hearing, that may be set in this case for a hearing, defense is to exercise due diligence to notify defendant of the next court date. And the next court date for this defendant, if there are no motions prior to that, will be the call docket trial announcement on the 23rd of February 2022. If the 2023, I'm sorry, 2023. If the defendant does decide to accept the state's offer, the defense will immediately tender a jury waiver and set this matter for plea within 2 to 3 weeks. State, do you acknowledge the court's admonishments and order?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Acknowledged. Yes, Your Honor.
State, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Subject to your objections, the court understands that cause number 669741, State of Texas versus Marla Lynette Garrison. This matter will be disposed of by trial on the 27th of February 2023, with a trial announcement called docket on the 23rd of February 2023. on which the defendant must be present, and the state has no objections to those dates. No interpreter is needed for this defendant, and the defense will rely on police reports and state's file for witnesses. This is a San Antonio Police Department case, and the state does not reserve its right to supplement. All motions and pretrial requests will be in writing. If there are any that needs to be arbitrated by the court, please set that for a hearing as soon as possible. On a Friday before the trial announcement date. Neither the state nor the defense have filed any motions in this case, and neither have any discovery issues or concerns. This defense has received the e-discovery as well as the information and acknowledged receipt of an offer that was conveyed in writing and rejected. Both the state and the defense have acknowledged the admonishments and orders of this court. And the defendant's email has been conveyed to the court coordinator as of today, the 27th of October, 2022. State, any objections to the court's recitation?
No, Your Honor.
Defense?
No objections.
Alrighty, we'll get your client a reset form. Oh, you've got that from the court coordinator already, and we're off record. Thank you so much. Your excuse, counsel.
Thank you, Judge. Nice seeing you again.
Good, always, same pleasure. Mr. Cardenas, call your attorney. I don't know what happened to her. We're gonna take care of your case before lunch, but, okay, thank you. Appreciate that, sir. Attorney. Attorney Behrens, we're here for
Yes.
a trial announcement on this case, your case, 679-462. Alrighty. State, if you could pull that one, 679-462.
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 679-462, State of Texas versus Alejandra Tammy Morales. You're here? All right, please approach. Please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Robert Behrens for Miss Morales.
And are you Alejandra Tammy Morales?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let the record reflect that the defendant is in this court session in person in the courtroom with her attorney being on Zoom, as well as the state. State, are we ready? Are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
And state announces ready as we are doing call docket trial announcements on record. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
We're ready if necessary, but I spoke with this one earlier and we have a conditional dismissal worked out.
Oh, great. All right. And what are the what are the conditions?
For the defendant to do 12 hours of community service
state that's their understanding 12 hours of community service?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alrighty. And who was the assault bodily injury towards?
It was towards a friend's ex-husband or ex-boyfriend. She was seeking to intervene because that man was assaulting her friend. So when she intervened, she got hit and she hit him back.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm not sure if you want to ask for a specific name, but that specific person, I understand, is Eric Zavala.
Eric Zavala?
Yes, I have Eric Zavala.
It, I don't have the full picture here, but from what you've described to me right now, there appears to be some sort of a justification on this. But
Yes,
counsel, you know better than I do, but I mean,
if we went to trial, I would certainly present that evidence.
and the state, we're not rejecting this case?
No, I just.
No, not at this time, Your Honor. As I understand, there is enough cause to proceed with the prosecution of this.
I really did probably.
Matter.
Okay. Counsel, how much time is needed in order for Ms. Morales to complete the community service restitution?
I wouldn't think more than a week, Judge.
Are we?
I can do it on the weekend.
She might be able to accomplish it over the weekend, Judge, but I would think a week would be enough.
Okay. And counsel, can you look at your calendar for something that suits your calendar, please?
For next week, you mean?
Right. Or 10
Okay.
days.
Potential trials on Monday. What? He's come back, yeah. Probably Thursday the 3rd would hopefully work.
Sure. Did you want to look at maybe the 7th? How does your calendar look on the 7th?
Hold on. Oh. Friday. That looks all right at the moment.
Okay, sure. Well, I should have the dismissal by then.
Yes, I would assume so.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and set it for the 7th, and I should have the dismissal, and you won't have to be there.
All right.
And the CLO is still here. Maybe she can go ahead and give you some ideas on how to satisfy that community service restitution. We'll put you in the back room there so that you can go ahead and talk with her.
Okay.
With your attorney.
Mhm.
And get some ideas on how to be able to do that. I have different alternatives for satisfying that. So that way you'll have an idea. Okay, and you can take advantage of it.
My phone is about to die and I have to pick up my son shortly, so I'll have to be in the car. So if you don't mind, I'd prefer to have Miss Morales try to contact me when she's done.
Okay, and so I just want to let you know, so it's okay, we'll put her in a breakout room with the court liaison officer, okay, sir?
Good thing.
All righty, thank you much, and we'll get her a reset form, get her squared away.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. You're excused, thank you. You hang tight, okay? We'll get the date.
Should we go to the back room, CFO?
Yes. I'm sure that this is, and then come on back, Ms. Morales, we'll get you squared away, okay? Okay, let me see. Okay, great. CLO, when you get a chance, Ms. Morales is waiting for you. Okay, thank you. Okay, Counsel Attorney Zamora, you're going to stay back there?
If you want me in the courtroom, I can certainly go in the courtroom.
Okay, it's however you're comfortable.
I'll be right there.
Okay, I think I got you. Counsel, if I could have your right there filled in.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Yes. And did they do the discovery yet? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I tendered mine on the Adobe Sun.
Mhm. Let us get on record. Court is going to call cause number 680820, State of Texas versus Christopher Brian Harmilio. Parties, please approach and identify who is before the court,
Victor
starting
Hernandez.
with the state.
Yes, Victor Hernandez for the state.
Michael Zamora for Mr. Jaramillo.
ADA Hernandez, you can hear the defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Are you Mr. Christopher Brian Jaramillo?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same that has been accused of evading arrest or detention alleged to have occurred on the 11th day of March 2022 and is classified as a Class A misdemeanor? Are you the same so accused?
Yes, ma'am.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
You can roll your hand. Thank you. Court is going to start sharing the court screen as the state is on Zoom and the defense is here in person in the courtroom, and we're operating hybrid. Mr. Jaramillo, can you see the court's screen? Right over here. Defense?
Yes, sir.
If you want to stand right there.
Oh, just so you can see this.
You can see it?
I can see.
Okay, all righty. And so counsel, you can see the court screen?
Yes, I can, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, can you can see the court screen?
Oh, yes, I can see it, Your Honor. Yes.
State on display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign this document that's consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
No, Your Honor, Assistant District Attorney Lee Han signed it, but the state adopts it.
State's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, defense, I'm showing you a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign this document? Excuse me, Mr. Harmilio, is this your signature where I'm pointing to?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign this document that's consenting to plea by video conferencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
The defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Armilio?
That part right here. It's been well over the 10 days, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. We're applying for probation, and if so, what type?
This was a conditional dismissal. He did not perform, so it's turned into a judgment satisfied recommendation.
State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Really? What is wrong with this thing? Okay. See that? State, is this matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been satisfied?
Yes, Your Honor, the state has complied.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement, making it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any motions for court's consideration?
No, I do not, Your Honor.
Mr. Harmilio, I hold in front of you, show you the document entitled Defendants Waiver of Constitutional Rights and the Court's Admonitions. This is a two-page document. This is the front, and this is the back side, the second page. Is this your signature where I am pointing to?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
After going over this document with your attorney, did you freely and voluntarily sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
So with your signature here and your testimony now, you're telling me that you understand everything in this two-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the representation of the
Yes, Your
attorney?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Okay. She can only hear one voice at a time, so I'll let you finish talking and then I will jump in, okay? He's very good. He's been able to work with you, represent you for quite some time in order to be able to bring this disposition for you today, get it all settled, okay? So did he explain to you the range of punishment in this case?
Yes,
And you understood that?
yes, ma'am.
Did he explain to you your constitutional rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
With your understanding of your constitutional rights, sir, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
Yes, I do.
Are you a US citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
I will then approve your jury waiver, this application right here. I'm going to sign it. You will no longer be able to have a jury trial in this case, as I am making it part of the record. Counsel, do you believe that your client is competent to enter into a plea today?
Yes, Your Honor, he's freely waived that right to trial.
And with the information, we able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor, and the range and the effects of a conviction as opposed to a dismissal.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you understood that. And
Yes,
he
ma'am.
explained to you the difference.
Yes.
Okay. Do you, and this defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor, we voluntarily waived the reading of the information.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Harmilio, you wish for me to go ahead and proceed and complete this plea?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Instead of
Yes.
getting a dismissal?
There were transportation issues, he was unemployed, and he takes care of 3 children, is what he's conveyed to me.
Definitely my problem with my car broke down. It's still broken down at the moment. I had to find a ride over here.
State Counsel Defense, is there anything that the court can be able to go ahead and assist with in order to resolve this matter otherwise?
So, Your Honor,
Yeah, I'm asking the state, I'm asking you, defense.
This is a just resolution. He had the opportunity, but he was unable to comply with the conditions that Ms. Hahn had initially requested that he perform. In light of that, I guess the punishment or the sanction, if you will, is the conviction.
Okay, and what were the conditions? The
20 hours of community service and $150 contribution to the San Antonio Food Bank. But I think the big ticket item was the community service because he doesn't have transportation.
State, did you require the performance of the community service?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would it be helpful for any consultation with the CLO?
At this point, he's aware that that will be a conviction. We didn't discuss it with the state. They didn't feel that probation was appropriate. The other aspect is the financial, like I realize he probably could have bought out of those community service hours, but he's, I believe, attempting to be in employment at this time. Is that correct?
Yes.
So the other aspect is the financial aspect, which I realize is an affirmative defense, but he's this being a crime of not moral turpitude or anything that would necessarily impede him down the as far as his employment endeavors. I figured this would be the path of this resistance, so that's what he's determined. So this would be the best thing for him, and saving the 20 hours is half a work week and the $150. So he is aware of the consequences, and we feel that this would be the best resolution of this matter.
I shall proceed.
We wish the court to proceed and follow the state's recommendation.
All right. And that's where we're at, right?
That's exactly where we're at.
Okay, state, what is your punishment recommendation to the court?
The state recommends 1 day in jail.
If you will go ahead and speak up loudly, sir.
Sorry, Judge, the state recommends 1 day in jail.
Continue.
That's all, Your Honor.
Credit for time served and judgment satisfied. What's the other half of that?
Is there a fine amount?
No, Your Honor.
So 0 fine plus court costs?
Oh, that's correct, Your Honor.
Time and money to run concurrent?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you wish to consider, ask the court to go ahead and satisfy the judgment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, how many days does your client have? Ms. Luna, do you have this case? How many days in?
He has the 1 day, Your Honor.
Okay. Is she there? She may not be there. Okay.
He has 1 day, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation in this case?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Mr. Armilio, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to be able to resolve this matter for you today?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that understanding, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, do you understand that even though you're pleading no contest, I can still find you guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
And you still wish me to proceed?
Yes, ma'am.
You've discussed this entire matter with your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
He's worked real hard with you to work things out for you.
He has, Your Honor.
Okay, and so with your plea of no contest, you're telling me that you do not wish to fight this charge,
No, ma'am.
and this is how you wish to proceed.
I think will be the easiest.
Young man, that's not how life works.
I know.
Okay, so So with your plea of no contest, you believe that that would be in your best interest?
Yes, ma'am.
I will accept your plea of no contest, finding that it's intelligently and freely made and that you are competent to enter into such a plea. Counsel, what, if anything, on behalf of your client, why should I consider this plea?
Your Honor, as I mentioned, it should have run away, but the circumstances beyond his control, he was unable to comply. We've had 2 resets in attempt to have him comply, and he was still unable to do so. So as far as he's concerned, it would be, even though this is resulting in a conviction, it would be in his best interest if the court would follow the state's recommendation.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why sentencing cannot be imposed today?
There is not, Your Honor.
Mr. Harmelia, I'm going to find you guilty of evading arrest or detention. I'm going to sentence you to 1 day in Bear County Jail. 0 fine plus court costs. Your time and money will run together. You'll get credit for all the time that you have served. Finding that you have served 1 day in Bear County Jail, I am going to satisfy this judgment. State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, anything further?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Regarding the trial court certification of defendant's right to appeal, that's the next document I have in my hand, sir. This has been a plea bargain case, and I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal. I am signing it. I'm going to give 2 copies of this to your attorney, and you should get a copy. All right, sir. And we'll go ahead and get your fingerprints and get you on your way, okay? Thank you very much. You're just gonna have to sit tight for a minute. All right. We're off record on this matter, Counsel. Mr. Cardenas, we're waiting on your attorney. What's going on?
Try to get a hold of her. She hasn't responded.
Okay, Miss Luna, can you get a hold of Miss Blake? She was on earlier and then
Yes, Judge. Let me go ahead and give her a call, but I believe she said she had a hearing in another court. Let me see if I can contact her right now.
Mhm. Mr. Cardenas, keep trying to get a hold of your attorney.
Yes,
I
ma'am. I'll try
believe-
again.
Okay, otherwise, state CLO, I think that takes care of all the matters on docket except for Mr. Cardenas's. We have one case going to trial on Monday. Destined to go to trial on Monday, but that should take care of. Okay. State, when Ms. Attorney Blake pops in, we'll let you know, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Appreciate your patience. We'll go ahead and wait for Mr. Cardenas.
I gave her a call and it's going straight to voice message and I left a message.
Okay, sir.
I just got a message from my attorney. She said she'll be logging in with less than 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Cardenas.
You're welcome.
All right, let's get on record. Court is going to call cause number, State, are you here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Court is going to call cause number 677-372, State of Texas versus Daniel Cardenas. Parties, please approach and identify who's before the court, starting with the state.
Victor Hernandez for the state.
Defense,
Angela Blake for Mr. Cardenas.
Daniel Cardenas.
thank you. Mr. Let the record reflect that the defendant, Mr. Cardenas, is here with his, in this Zoom session with his attorney. We're here for a trial announcement and on record, State, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
State announces ready. Defense, are you ready to proceed to trial on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense announces ready. Is there anything at all that might impede the execution of this trial on Monday starting at 9 a.m.? State.
Yes.
Your Honor, I understand we have a plea agreement.
Sure.
You have a plea agreement?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Judge.
Well, that you're ready to go ahead and proceed, but we're going to proceed to a plea. We're taking this matter off the docket, the trial docket. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do I have that?
We've signed everything, I believe, Judge.
Okay, I have the paperwork. Let's go ahead and proceed. Proceeding to the plea. Are you Daniel Cardenas?
Yes.
Are you the same that has been accused of driving while intoxicated with the BAC of 1.15 or higher?
Yes.
Alleged to have occurred, thank you, sir. Alleged to have occurred on the 16th day of January 2022 and classified as a Class A misdemeanor. Are you the same so accused?
Yes.
Please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing else but the truth, under pains and penalties of perjury, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you. You may go ahead and lower your hand. Court is going to start sharing the court screen as all parties are on Zoom. Mr. Cardenas, can you see the court screen?
Yes.
Counsel
Yes, Your Honor.
and state.
Yes, Your Honor.
State on display is a document entitled State's Consent to Video Conferencing. Did you sign this document? Thus consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
No, Your Honor, Assistant District Attorney Ling Han signed it, but the state adopts it.
The state's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Defense on display is a document entitled Defendant's Consent to Video Conferencing. Mr. Cardenas, is this your signature where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you sign this document thus consenting to plea by video conferencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, with your signature on the same document, do you join your client in consenting to these proceedings by video conferencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defendant's video conferencing consent is made part of the record. Counsel, how long have you been representing Mr. Cardenas?
Over 10 days, Your Honor.
Are we applying for probation, and if so, what type, please?
Deferred adjudication.
Mr. Cardenas, this is your application for deferred adjudication community supervision. It is a 2-page document. This is the first page you are seeing. The next, and then this is the second page. I draw your attention to the where I am circling the cursor right about the middle of the second page. It states that you personally appeared before me, albeit you're via Zoom. You are the defendant in this case. I have sworn you in. Under oath, you are stating that your application for deferred adjudication community supervision, as well as the document entitled your personnel data sheet, which is going to be attached as an exhibit to your application, is true and correct. And is that correct, sir? Your application and your
Yes, Your Honor.
data sheet is true and correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And now thank you, sir. Now keep in mind that if everything is not completely filled out in your application and personnel data sheet, it cannot be true and correct. So with that, do you wish to speak with your attorney before responding to understand the consequences of your response to this statement, that the defendant understands and acknowledges that any untrue statement in said application or the exhibit, your personnel data sheet, may be grounds for denial or revocation of any community supervision in this case? Do you wish to speak to your attorney first before responding?
No, Your Honor.
And what is your response, sir? Do you understand
Yes, Your
and
Honor.
acknowledge? Very
I
good,
understand.
thank you. I will sign the document, making it part of the record. State, have you fulfilled your discovery and Brady requirement in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you satisfied that the state has fulfilled its obligation to provide you discovery under Article 39.14 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, as well as giving you full access to the state's files?
Yes, Your Honor.
The state, is this matter subject to law enforcement disclosure? And if it is, has that been complied with?
Yes, Your Honor, the state has complied.
I will sign the discovery acknowledgement, making it part of the record. State, do you have any motions for the court's consideration at this time?
Yes, Your Honor, the state moves to waive and abandon the enhancement for alcohol above 0.15 and proceed on the DWI first offense.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so that is waiving and abandoning the 0.15 enhancement proceeding in DWI Class B.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Without objection from the defense, that motion is granted. State, do you have any other motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, do you have any motions for the court's consideration?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Cardenas, I draw your attention to the document on display. It's entitled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Course Admonitions. This is a two-page document. This is the first page, and then this is the second page. Mr. Cardenas, is this your signature here where I'm circling the cursor?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you go over this document with your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
So after you reviewed it, you freely and voluntarily signed this document?
Yes, Your Honor.
So with your signature here and your testimony now, you are telling me that you understand everything in this two-page document as it was reviewed and explained to you by your attorney.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the representation of your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
She has done well by you to bring this from a Class A misdemeanor to a Class B misdemeanor and a resolution for you today. So did she explain to you the range of punishment in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understood it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she explain to you your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understood those?
Yes, Your Honor.
So with that understanding, sir, do you freely and voluntarily give up your constitutional rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a US citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will approve your jury waiver. I'm going to sign it. Make it part of the record, and so you, Mr. Cardenas, you will not have a jury trial in this case. Counsel, are you satisfied that the client is, do you believe your client is competent to enter into a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
With the information, were you able to apprise this defendant of the nature of the offense and charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you and this defendant waive the formal reading of the information?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, what is your punishment recommendation in this case?
Your Honor, the state recommends 16 months of deferred adjudication. That's 1/6. $500 fine with court costs. 60 hours of community service.
60, what is it?
60 hours community service restitution, DWI education, U-Impact, TEIP with all recommendations, and ignition interlock for half the term.
Counsel, is that your understanding of the state's punishment recommendation in this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cardenas, is that your understanding of what your attorney has worked out with the state on your behalf in order to be able to dispose of this matter for you today?
Yes, Your Honor.
With that understanding, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, you understand that even though you're pleading no contest, I can still find you guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
You still wish to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you've discussed this whole thing with your attorney, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So then with your plea of no contest, you're telling me that you do not want to fight any of the charges in this case. Is that
Correct, Your Honor.
okay? I take that as a yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, excuse me.
After discussing with your attorney, sir, with your plea of no contest, do you believe that that is in your best interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
I will accept your plea of no contest, finding that it is freely and intelligently entered into, and that you are competent to enter into such a plea. Counsel, what, if anything, on behalf of your client, and why should I consider this plea?
Your Honor, my client is accepting responsibility for this charge. We would ask that the court follow the plea agreement as worked out with the state.
Thank you, counsel. Mr. Cardenas, whom do you live with?
My daughter,
How old is she?
18.
Does she have a vehicle, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have the ignition interlock in your vehicle now?
No, Your Honor, no, I don't.
State, what was the BAC in this case?
One moment, Your Honor, let me check here. Sure, it looks like according to my notes, it's a 0.195.
State, do you have any objections for this? For me to any objections with referral of this defendant to the Bear County Gives Back program?
Oh, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you familiar with the Bear County Gives Back program?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, is there any legal reason why this matter cannot be disposed of today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Cardenas, although there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty in this case, I'm going to withhold my finding of guilt. And I'm going to place you on 16 months, that's 1/6 months of deferred adjudication community supervision for DWI first. You will be supervised by the Community Service and Community Service and Corrections Department, otherwise known as probation, with these following conditions: $500 fine plus court costs. 60 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to refer you to Bear County Gives Back program for 40 hours of that 60 hours. You're still responsible for the whole amount. I'll discuss it just a little bit more in a minute. DWI Education, uimpact.com, tap evaluation. Ignition interlock for half the term. You must install that within 10 days, 10 calendar days, and then maintain it for half the term of your probation. I would expect one affidavit from you within 10 calendar days. That affidavit will state that you will not drive any vehicle that's not equipped with an ignition interlock. I'm going to have the community supervision and your community supervision officer, your probation officer, to provide a status report in 2 months to let me know how well you are doing while on probation. And I'm going to have them conduct a field visit.
Okay.
I'm going to set your supervision fee at $35. State, did I cover everything for you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, anything further on this matter?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Cardenas, regarding the trial course certification of defendant's right to appeal that is displayed on the screen, I am going to certify that you have no right to appeal, as this has been a plea bargain case. Okay. I'm signing it. You'll get a copy of this when you come down to provide us your fingerprints. When will you be able to do that, sir?
Tomorrow, if it's possible.
That will work, sir. You'll be coming down to County Court at Law Number 2, located at 300 Del Rosa, San Antonio, Texas, 78205. We are on the first floor of the Kadena Reeves Justice Center. You will be coming between the hours of 2 p.m. and before 4:30 p.m. Understand, sir, that if you do not come here tomorrow, Friday, the 28th of October, 2022, a warrant will be issued for your arrest.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be there.
Great, great. Now, your attorney has done very good work for you. To appreciate all of that, please make sure that you are successful on probation. You are completely in charge of your probation. Everybody is there to go ahead and guide you. However, 16 months is a long time to be on probation and under scrutiny. Make sure that if anything comes up that might impede your ability to complete your probation successfully, let your community supervision officer know right away of any issues that you may have. They take email, phone call, the whole 9 yards, okay? So
Yes, Your Honor.
make sure that you keep those communication lines open, and I wish you the very, very best.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. You have yourself hang on a second. I'm trying to get my CLO back on so that she can explain to you the community service, the Bear County Gives Back program. Now, that is a voluntary thing. If you wish to participate in it, to knock out 40 hours of that 60 hours of community supervision, community service restitution, you can. If you do not wish to do it, that's not a problem. You'll still be responsible for 16 hours of community service restitution. But I do have alternative means of being able to satisfy that, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
And in a few days, you'll be able to exercise one of those. If you're a voter, you go out and vote, make sure your community supervision officer knows, and that gives you at least 10 credits, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, very good. That's it. Council, anything further on this matter?
No, Your Honor.
State,
No, Your Honor.
we're off record. All right, council, you're familiar with it. I'm just going to give my community, my CLO, an opportunity to go ahead and come and explain to Mr. Cardenas about the Bear County Gives Back program, and then otherwise we'll see him tomorrow. And if Mr. Cardenas, if you don't wish to wait, we'll go ahead and take care of it tomorrow when you come in as well, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All righty, which one you want to do?
Excuse me?
Do you wish to wait, give it a few minutes until she comes, or?
Do you want to talk to the CLO right now? Or do you want to wait till tomorrow to talk to her?
I'll talk to her right now. It's fine.
Okay, sir, just hang on 2 seconds. She should be on. All righty. Attorney Blake, which juvie specialty court are you working with?
The Strive Court,
Strike?
Strive with a V.
Oh, really? And who's that with?
That's with Judge Valdez. It's for older kids like 16, 17 who are needing to go back to school and get a job, that kind of thing.
Oh, how totally cool. Rewarding, isn't it? Isn't it a lot
It's
of fun?
Yeah.
It is. I really appreciate you doing that work. It is so good to be able to give back, but you know, it's you know what kind of time it takes, and I do appreciate you doing that. That's totally awesome of you.
Thank you. It's fun. I'm gonna log off. So Mr. Cardenas, just get a hold of me if you need me.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge. See ya.
Thank you.
I gotta stop sharing. Thanks. Bye-bye.
You're
Have a good weekend. Okay, State, thank you so much. We are in court is in recess until tomorrow. And hang on 2 seconds, Mr. Cardenas, appreciate your patience.
No problem.
What's
Thank
going
you.
on? Okay, Manager Sedovich will go over the program with you, okay, sir? And see if you
Okay.
qualify. All right,
Yes, ma'am.
again, so you'll know. We're off record.
Yes.